Henry VIII wanted a giant tomb in St George's Chapel, but he made a big mistake. One of the great mysteries of Windsor Castle is, why is Henry VIII's grave so small? There is just a slab to indicate that he's buried there, along with his beloved third wife, Jane Seymour. Well, you might think, was perhaps Henry VIII, as he neared the end of his life, feeling a bit like a humble, modest man? No, of course not. Henry VIII wanted a giant tomb in St George's Chapel. It was one big, huge Henry tribute with a big bronze effigy of him surrounded by pillars, models of angels, models of the saints, and it was going to be one big black marble chapel, a gigantic Henry VIII grave. But he made a big mistake. He didn't get it done during his lifetime. He left it half finished. The effigy was done, not bits of the rest. His son wasn't really his sort of thing. Edward VI did not continue with these plans for a tomb. Mary I, she didn't either. Henry VIII had been quite bad to her mother, so she didn't do it either. And Elizabeth I was famously quite strict with her purse strings. She did look into some of the plans for the tomb, decided against it. Henry's grave was actually unmarked for all these years, and then in the Civil War period, Cromwell's soldiers got that bronze effigy and melted it down. So that was the end of that. And the sarcophagus that Henry had wanted to use, which he'd stolen from Wolsey, was later used for Nelson. So it was totally recycled. It wasn't until the early 19th century that William IV thought maybe we should just commemorate the fact that Henry VIII is there, and made that slab that we see now. So William IV commemorated it, but there was no way he was putting in the black marble and the angels and all the rest of it. And I like the fact that Henry VIII, who was so bombastic, it was about jewels, it was about shows, it was about jousting and cutting off people's heads. In the end, his grave is smaller than anyone else's. Elizabeth's much bigger, Mary Queen of Scots much bigger. It shows really that Henry VIII thought that everyone loved him. It perhaps wasn't quite the case.